Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 43rd episode of Futari wa Precure. And last episode, our bad guys pretty much they realized that the power, a lot of the power that the Precures have comes from their bond, having each other, being able to support each other. So they had the idea of, hey, let's just separate them, and then it'll be great. But they didn't count on them reuniting again and beating them up, and that's exactly what happened. So get wrecked, bad guys. That's what you get for trying to separate Honoka and Nagisa. That's not okay. That's probably the least okay thing they've done in the whole show. So, yeah, let's not let that happen again, please. Now let's get into this episode and see how things go. 3, 2, 1, play. I see we have some of our soccer. Soccer. It's the name of the sport. Not a bad move there. I'm sure he's fine. Called out. Yeah, ignoring Honoka for Fujimura is not okay. I wish she was better at hiding him. Yeah, I was about to say, isn't there another girl back there staring with those sparkly eyes? Precure, pudicure, 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 puditi de qaqua, futari wa precure. Yeah, so there's some girl that clearly has a crush on one of those soccer players, possibly the same one that Nagisa was staring at, which could lead to some interesting drama. But we'll see. Oof. Your best, my best. Shipai nante me janai. Taboo. Q pudi Q pudi Q pudi Q pudi de Q futari wa precure. Pudi Q babam. Choir contest, okay. Why, that's like singing, right? Just a class. I didn't know I was watching K-On! Honoka. We established that last episode. Just right for that lap. Like, dived on it. It was great. Good job, Sakura class. That was really cute. Yui. Yui is her name. Okay. She's actually pretty cute for an unimportant character. What was that? Yes, please tell us about your love troubles. I care so much. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Unfortunately. I mean, he plays soccer. Is there much else we know about him? Is there much else he does in the show? Yeah, of course it's how it is. Wavering appeal. I feel like we already know most of this. Unless they take the power of creation for themselves. Says you. That's your opinion. I think somebody ate it. Gotta keep an eye on those scones. Think we may have our culprit. I didn't do anything. Please don't check my mouth. I don't think you want to eat them anymore. It's kind of gross. Oh my god, he's just... Nobody can stop this man. Even has crumbs on his face. Well, he did. And they kind of vanished when I blinked. Yeah, I think he'll be angry about that. I don't think so. I still would rather you not get it. What do you mean? Thanks for the clarification there. I think he means you've had some character development. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This is kind of an awkward situation. Yeah, is there anything more to his character than that? It's the feelings that count. Maybe you can knit him a scarf. She's like, do I have to? Yeah, turn out of the way because you're not being honest. Are they holding hands? It kind of look like it. the perfect peeking spot. Yeah, that we haven't interacted with much until now. Gotta make sure to not have bugs on my ankle. Yeah, if you were close enough to that wall, you could probably look up the skirts. Makes me wonder if anyone's tried it. Literally skipping. I mean, I am. Bum, 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 bum. Hopefully no bad guys attack right now. What was that? There's a funny sound Meppo made there. Make it easier to talk to you. That's good. I mean, you're a hard one to sew down about with this. Maybe you're allergic to the fabric. It's been a rough episode for Nagisa. Doshitara Nagisa, no, yeah. I guess it's just what she was saying. And that was a while ago. That was a cool scene, I remember. Just want to restate for the record, I am in full support of Yui and Fujimura getting together. I think they would make a lovely couple. Pop, pop, pop. She's probably not in the mood for it. I guess you can't ignore Meppel. Never realized she had a giraffe over there until now. Did that say Fujimura-senpai? It might have. I am not good at reading handwritten Japanese, that's for sure. Okay, that's pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Doesn't really take that long to write. None of your business, Meppel. Maybe you could give her a nice head pat or a hug or something. That'd make me feel better and encourage me. If I was Nagisa. I feel like I can get over how good Yui looks for an unimportant character. I feel like it would have been more fitting for Yui to be in the Azusa class. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a little awkward. I must be staying by her side. Ski. That was the next word she was gonna say. Okay, yeah, I was waiting for it. It was only a matter of time. If you don't know, how would we know? Yeah, you might want to get out there and help. Maybe you should meditate on the subject. Figure it out yourself. Just throwing rocks. I'll definitely work against this super powerful being. Yeah, you really need to hurry up, Onika. Oh, there we go. She got there pretty quickly. Just tackled her. Yeah, like right now. I know you got a lot going on, Nagisa, but we need to transform now. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. Okay. Bum 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 bum. And here we go. Some blows that don't seem like they're doing too much. Yeah, because she's emotionally distraught right now. You can't 1v1 her. But it actually is cool seeing her try, though. Monika's the best, as always. Oh. Yeah, Nagisa, you really need to get your head in the game. Yeah, you don't smack around Honoka and get away with it. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got a good one. I was hoping one would get through. Okay, we're getting ready for some Rainbow Storm action. Man, Purple can carry a note. All the way from the school. Rainbow Storm! Yeah, who's one pattern now? She really is the best partner you could possibly hope for, huh? Oh yeah, the muffler thing, yeah. Yeah, sure. Honoka is the best, as always. A lot was left up in the air with this episode. Like, Yui did straight up confess to him, right? Like, they did kind of cut it off, so you didn't see the whole thing, but she was gonna say ski, or daisuki, probably ski, there. And presumably he would have given a response, but we didn't get any of that, so I wonder how that went. Will we find out next episode? Could. Okay, that was the 43rd episode of Futari wa Precure. And this is another one of those episodes that, which is pretty much the case for any Fujimura focus episode, where I just really don't care about Nagisa's pursuit of that subject. Like, he doesn't do anything for me as a character. He plays soccer. He exists as romantic interest for Nagisa. That's the extent of his character. He just shows up every once in a while when they want to bring him into it. Just I don't know. But this episode we actually had somebody else who also has a thing for Fujimura. And that would be Yui, right? And I mean the real theme here was the whole honesty aspect. I mean that was a big thing with Nagisa. Because she's I guess not the most honest person in regards to how she feels, especially on this specific subject. So when somebody shows up that is willing to be honest about how she feels, it kind of puts Nagisa in an awkward position, especially when she asks Nagisa for help for it, right? So she's sitting here, trying to be a good friend and trying to bottle up her own feelings, and Honoka, as obviously being very close to Nagisa, sees all this happening, so it hurts her to see Nagisa forcing herself, lying to herself, pushing her own feelings down. So it just became a very awkward, uncomfortable situation in general, with Yui being the only one that doesn't really quite get what's going on and just trying to get her own feelings across to Fujimura, right? And she eventually does, you know, presumably that was cut off, but supposedly that ended off with her confessing to him after Nagisa bolted off. And Nagisa did make some progress on the subject of getting her feelings across, because she did write the letter. She didn't give him the letter in the end because it was because, you know, it kind of overlapped with some of what Yui was saying, and he just made it kind of, you just couldn't do it. So Nagisa kind of bolted, and then we had our battle, which Nagisa did not focus on too much in the beginning because she was very distracted, but Honoka getting smacked around, that's, if something will get you to snap out of it and focus, that'll do it. And it did do it. We got a nice little, at least one good punch in her stomach, and then of course we whipped out the Rainbow Storm, and generally that resolves the battle, so it did then as well. And yeah, Honoka, the bulk of what she did this episode was basically try to help encourage Nagisa, because she was very much aware of what was going on and was trying to help, but it is one of those situations where there's really not a whole lot you can do to help. If someone just refuses to do something, like, you can't really, even if you know it's not healthy, you can't, there's not really much you can do to make them, right? And trying to push it can just, you know, make them push you away, like them get defensive, and we did see some of that in the episode, although Nagisa of course felt bad about it afterwards. But yeah, like I said, these episodes are always kind of awkward for me to react to, because I'm like not on the same page with Nagisa. Like, I don't want her to get her feelings across to Fujimura, but you know, that's why I'm just kind of, for a lot of them, just kind of sitting here like, yeah, sure, that's a thing that's happening right now. But you know, the show does have some episodes like this, and it just comes with the territory, even if they're not my favorite episodes. I do hope things did work out between Yui and Fujimura, because that would put a close on that whole Nagisa Fujimura subplot. Like, that would be the end of that. I mean, the show is kind of almost over anyway, so it doesn't matter too much, but still, it would nice to be put a cork on that whole thing, put a stop to that, but have a conclusiveness to that. But I don't think I have too much more to say on the episode, and except for the whole bad guy thing, which I haven't really talked too much about, where they're trying to like split off from the Dark King. He's like, hey, bring me the stones, and they're like, yeah, sure, we'll do that, but we can't find them. And then they're like, we're not going to do that anyway. We're going our own way. We're not going to get the stones for him. And they also mentioned something about changing. They didn't really give us too many details on what they meant by that. I mean, they're becoming more independent, you know, they're obviously trying to separate from the Dark King, so maybe that's some of what they mean. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure. But obviously, that'll become more clear later as we go. I did feel bad for Nagisa in a good chunk of the episode. That's certainly for sure. Which is also part of the reason why I would like that whole subplot to be over with, because no more of that, you know? We can just move on. But we'll see how things go. But this is the end of the episode, so bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.